So I kept asking. I was so prepared, and why I could not complete my speech. What I realized is I cannot, go with the scripted speeches. So that's one learning I've got for myself. That okay, I should have some key points in mind, but probably not go with a very very strict script. Okay, so now I'll go with the free flow. I'll probably look at it like a extempore speech. So I'll probably completely go off course of what I actually put in the script. Okay, but yes, I definitely want to talk to you about my Himalayan trek that I did. I had a fillers thanks to ChatGPT. It gave me a lot of words from Ruskin Bond. It was so flowery. It was so something. I just felt, I'll really come and give an impact. But I'm keeping all that off course, and I'll just keep it to my experience. This is my personal experience I'm sharing to all of you. Okay, so this was a 4-day Himalayan trek, and the place that I went was Devariya Tal and Chandrashila summit. So it was a summit trek with India Hikes. Okay, I'm not doing a India Hikes branding here, no. Okay, but I really have a lot of respect to that trekking organization that has really made trekking mainstream in India. Okay, so please go check out your India Hikes. Definitely, they are very cost-effective, economic treks, And okay, now coming back to my own experience. Okay, it was a 4-day trek. We went to the base camp, that is Sari village, that's at 6,000 feet high, and then it was a do-it-yourself trek. So do you know what is do-it-yourself trek? There's a trek, there's a do-it-yourself trek. What is that do-it-yourself? So basically it is, you are having a backpack, you're carrying for all 4 days, and you are doing your, you carry your food, you do the cooking, you pitch your tents, and you do everything. Even the restrooms you construct when you go to those places. So that is the do-it-yourself trekking. So I opted for it primarily because I was always very comfortable. I was very choosy, which restaurant, which hotel we are staying, how are the restrooms there, what is it. I think that's a typical checklist we all go through. I don't think I'm comfortable. So my whole idea to take up this trek was to, go beyond my fear and go beyond my comfort. How I will manage 4 days, and again, very important thing, you could not take bath. For a person who takes bath 3 times, it was really a big challenge for me to go on a trek like that. So that's in summary a very small do-it-yourself trek. So I'm not done with my talk. Okay. So right from the base camp, it was in the Sari village. We climbed, we ascended 3,000 feet again. So it was a daybreak journey. Every night we were pitching our tent, and it was very very serene. Valley audit trekking. It is on the Himalayas and the valleys and your ascents. So then the second day was your Devariya Tal. That's a beautiful lake. It has a religious significance also. So in that Devariya Tal, I could really, it's a reflective, the waters were very reflective, and from the distance I could see Nanda Devi, Chaukamba. Those are some of the important peaks in the Himalayan range you might want to check out. That's a very very beautiful, and that's when I felt, okay, I'm really in a place which is called Devbhumi. How many of you know Uttarakhand is Devbhumi? I didn't know, sorry, my geography was really bad, but I really felt, okay, because the moment we go to Uttarakhand, there is a big poster, welcome to Devbhumi. I never realized what that Devbhumi is, but being there in Devariya Tal, like, so Devonka Tal, Devariya Tal, okay, I could really see the impact of what that is. Okay, then on the last day of the trek, we were trekking 2 a.m. from the night, and just at the dawn, we reached the summit. And it was so mesmerizing. It was pitch dark. I put my foot on the Chandrashila, that's on the final summit. I see a first ray of light from sun hitting there, and in no time the whole expanse was so much like an engulfed in the ember of sunlight. So that was a really a breathtaking view, the panoramic view at 12,000 feet high. How you see. So while all this was very very exciting, very very breathtaking, there was one thing which really dawned on me, and that was, you feel so humble, with the scale and the might of the mountains. It's all over mountains, and you see that, you're one in the nature, and you feel very small. Okay. While this has been the main hallmark of my trek, with all these nuanced experiences, there was one deep takeaway I had. While there is an external view that you get, you also have a lot of introspection. I was humbled at that peak that I'm so small in this whole universe, and there was also a sense of introspection in terms of how self-aware I am, what are my weaknesses, what are my strengths, how do I put a strategy. It's all about that strategy when you're on a hike, especially on the elevation like that. You never know when a wrong foot can make you fall. So there were a lot of those practical decisions you had to make, because it was an incline, 12,000 feet, and you have this much space to take your steps. One foot here and there, you're off. You don't have any hook or anything that can take you, will prevent you from falling. So, and also what I realized was, through this, there is also a lot of leadership skills that I could gather through my talk. Okay, so that's about my small speech. I really went off course. It was well structured, but this is my biggest learning. I can't talk through a script. I have to be spontaneous, and probably my mentors will have a lot of suggestions for me. That's about it, guys. This was,